Hi there again, everybody. It's Jenny with Jen's Creations, and welcome back to my channel. I haven't said this in the last couple of videos, but I want to tell everybody hello. And if you're a new subby, I'm so glad to have you, and I'm so thankful that you subscribe to my channel. And if I'm not subscribed to your channel, I'll go and subscribe back to you. But you guys, I have been working so hard on this bird journal. And remember, all y'all, I'm a very slow crafter. Very, very slow. I have a touch of OCD, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and so I have found that crafting takes me longer than the average bear. So anyway, let me just show you what I've done so far. So I wasn't sure a while back what I wanted to do on the cover of my journal, but this is what I decided on. This is what made me happy. So I wanted to incorporate that bird that I fussy cut out because, you know, it ended up that the cover only had one bird on it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is my bird journal. It needs to have more than one bird on the cover. So I put it on some muslin that I tore, and then I actually inked around the muslin. I was talking to one of my crafty besties. Hey Julie, the creative chica. She lives in a different state than I do, and so I was showing her pictures of, I had cut out this color heart, and then I had cut out a dark charcoal gray heart. And anyway, what I ended up doing was I went with a red heart, but I inked it up, and then I also did some hand stitching with some black embroidery thread, and then I put a green button on it. So I think it looks, anyway, I think it looks good. I'm happy with it. And then look at this, guys. Dun, 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 dun. I messed up. It's not perfect, but I did sew in my signature finally yesterday. I mean, you guys are probably laughing maybe, that are seasoned journal makers, but I was a nervous wreck, truth be told. I was so anxious and so nervous. I just wanted to get it right. I didn't want it to be crooked, and it's not perfect, but it's in there. So this is how I ended up positioning, and you can tell that I made little dangles, positioning the papers in my very first journal, junk journal. So here's the bird that I used the embossing powder on. I ended up, because I wanted it to face the correct direction, so I ended up trimming it down with some pinking shears. I actually remember the name of what the zigzag scissors are called this video. Anyway, I ended up trimming it down, and then I stitched it along the sides to this piece of paper, and then I've got this long tag that is from I think this is from a digital kit. And then I found a very pretty piece of sari silk, and I stitched it on there. So anyway, that's how I'm utilizing my bird pocket. Now, it is also a pocket behind the, wait, did I make, oh, you know what? No, I am so sorry. I decided not to do that. So it's only a pocket using the bag. Okay, yeah, that's right. I glued it all down on the back, so there's no behind pocket. I'm like, Jenny, come on, just make it one pocket. Okay, so there's my first page. Then, you know, I had used some of the metallic distressed spray. I hope I'm saying that right. I think it's a metallic spray. Anyway, on some coffee dyed paper, I chose that. And then here is some of my besties. Julie, look. I'm using your paper because you had written November on there, and my birthday's in November. So I'm like, okay, I got to use that page of ledger paper. It's got Julie's handwriting in it, and she gave me this piece of paper, so that means a lot to me. And then this is a page of cardstock out of a paper pad that had a bird on it, and I just rounded the corners and I inked it. So I haven't decided what to do on the back. Here's one of my coffee dyed papers that I did using the doily, the placemat, the vinyl placemat. Okay, and then I just decided to throw in a piece of yellow legal paper, and if I want to write sideways on it, I'm going to write sideways on it, but it has lines because I can't write straight to save my life. Then I had stamped this bird, which is a stamp that Julie gave me it's one of the Dollar Tree stamps, and she had sent that to me in the mail, so that has special meaning to me, that it's a bird stamp and it's from Julie. I put in one of the doilies that I had coffee dyed some paper with. And then this is a piece of paper that Melody gave me. Hey Melody, from Melody Made. I cut it down a little bit because I wanted these papers to be different sizes. So, and then if you guys remember that I decoupaged on a glassine bag, and then I just cut it on the side so it's a side pocket. So that is the bird napkin, one that I decoupaged. Now Julie, this is one thing that I've done with that lace tablecloth, is I have sewn it to a piece of coffee dyed paper. Now this is a pocket. But anyway, I just wanted to show you, that's one of the ways that you could use it, is, you know, to have a lacy front. And then I'm not sure what I'll do on this side of the page. And look guys, I did the fancy leaf stitch all the way down the page. Proud of that. And like I said, this is a pocket, because what I did is, didn't I sew this? Yeah, I think, you know what, Julie, I sewed the, just so you know, Julie, I sewed this to a piece of vellum. That's what I did. So I sewed the lace tablecloth to a piece of vellum. And when I did it, I wasn't even into making journals yet, but I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, if I was going to use it in a regular old project, card making or what, but I turned it into a pocket. Okay. So, and then this is a page out of a journal that I got at Daiso. And so, you know, it's got the dots up here that you can put the date, and then it's got lines on it, which I need. So this is a page from Daiso. This is a piece of cardstock that I chose because, again, because it has lines on it so I can write straight. And then I just made this little collage here and attached it. I don't know if y'all want to see it close or not, probably not, but anyway, so I made that little collage and attached it there. And then this is the middle of my signature. And so what I did was, I wasn't sure what kind of thread to use, but instead of using the thread that I got in that kit, you know, the bookbinding kit, I don't know, something just made me feel like it was too thin. I don't know. But anyway, I went with embroidery floss, and I used black to contrast, and I knew that I wanted to do bead dangles, so I kept the extra string long, and all I did, guys, was I just tied knots. I've got a green bead here, and then one of my bird charms that I got from AliExpress is on that side. And over here, I used a red heart bead that I had gotten when Hobby Lobby or Michael's had their beads on sale. I just love it. And then I put my itty bitty, because this bead was larger, I put my itty bitty bird charm on that one. So that's the middle of my book. And then, okay, so the other side of this has the bird on it. So that was already on the cardstock. There's my Daiso page. There's the another pocket from my tablecloth. It's plastic, but it looks like lace. There's my other leaf sewing. Okay, now this is the other side of my decoupaged glassine bag. And so I've attached a piece of, what am I trying to say? A digital kit. It's a oh, what are these called? Promissory note. It's a vintage promissory note. And on the back of it, you guys, I just put my coffee dyed, this is like, I got it at Dollar General. It's like the paper that we used to use when we were in elementary school and we were practicing writing the alphabet and stuff. So of course the blue lines, I didn't even think about it, but they completely faded and bled when I put coffee on the paper. So anyway, so this is a digital kit, but it's a promissory note, and so it's so long. What I wanted to do is I just have it here on the glassine bag. Y'all, I'm gonna have to turn the book upside down for a second because I can't do this with my hand issues very well. Okay, and then, you know, I showed this to you guys a while back. It was my first, I think it was my first paper clip that I had rolled, and then I made this little banner using one of my very first attempts at a flower and some digital products that I had bought. I think these are Tracy Fox labels, and then a little piece of sari silk. And so I have just used this to attach the little paper clip and the banner that I had made there. And then there's the other side of Melody's graph paper. There's the other side of the doily. There's the other side of some coffee dyed paper. Just the yellow legal pad paper. And then the coffee dyed paper that I made. The other side of the this bird paper. Here's the other side of it. It's got a blue. Here's my bestie's ledger paper, and then here's the metallic paper, and then here's the other side of, this is Tim Holtz paper, and I did cut it down because I didn't think I was going to use it at the beginning or the very first page of my book, but I ended up needing to because of where the stitching was. I had to assemble it where I could grab it in the sewing in the signature. Okay, so here's the, because it has this pretty bird on it, so that's why I wanted to use this Tim Holtz paper here. And then do you guys remember when I was making these coffee filter pockets? So I changed up the tags a little bit because I took off the twine. I just didn't like it as well. So again, I used some sari silk. So this is a little tag that I folded up and I stitched it in the back to make another little pocket with another little tag in it. And again, I took off the twine and used some sari silk. So that goes in there. I'm just showing this for the people that may be new subbies. And then this is from a digital kit, and I cut out a tag. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, this was a digital kit, and then I cut it into a tag. Yeah, it's just, I just used, this might be 110-pound cardstock or 65-pound cardstock, and then I just used some lace, and I used my tiny attacher to attach the lace at the top. I thought that was kind of a cute way to do it. So this is a tag that I can write on if I want to. And then This is a piece from, you know, some red rose tea that I coffee dyed. I used this ticket. I gave it some dimension. I punched out one of my little dragonflies, and then I used some words. And then this is a piece of a doily. Remember when I bought that bag? It was off of eBay, of all the doily snippets. So happy with that purchase. Anyway, there's a piece of doily, piece of lace, a piece of, it's actually gauze, you guys. It's not cheesecloth. That was before I had bought any cheesecloth, and I actually had some gauze at the house, and I just thought it looked like cheesecloth, so I used the gauze. And then that is the back of my journal. So, okay, so there's my, I finally finished the front cover, sewed in the signature. I only have one signature, and I can't remember if it has like 12 or 15 pages in it. I made my little bead dangles, and then, you know, people that have been watching me a while, you know, I had practiced stamping anyway, and it kind of messed up, and so what I did is I used a die and I covered up the mess up, and then I inked around the edges. This is a piece of sari silk that I've put at the top. And then I wanted to show you guys that I've been in Corn with Cornflower Crafts. Hey Corn, this is because of you. You talk about how you always like to use seed beads on the bulb pens. And so I'm like, that is a fantastic idea. So before I could find my stash of seed beads, y'all, look at these that let me show it on this shell. Let me get you off for a second. Hang on, let me get them positioned right. I'm so sorry. This is the perfectionist in me. Do you see how tiny those are? Oh my gosh. Here, I am so sorry. What was I thinking? But anyway, I had to find the right ones because these are some tiny, tiny seed beads, but I finally found 4 that worked, and I used a little red seed bead because I'm sorry guys, I probably wasn't even in frame. So, you know, I'm wanting to use red throughout the journal. Here's another one that I made with red seed beads on the outside. And then this one, have y'all ever bought, they're called flash beads, and Hobby Lobby sells them. I don't know if you remember, I had bought some round beads, and I just think they're so cool. When you turn them, the light catches them somehow from whatever is on the inside of the bead, and they flash. I don't know if this is doing it for the video, but I didn't know that I had actually gotten from somewhere, I don't know where, a strand or some of the seed beads. I don't have very many. I don't even know if I have 4, but the little seed beads flash. And I'm like, oh gosh, I have to put that on a bulb pen. So I did that. And then remember the little black heart charms that I had hauled recently from AliExpress? I put a black one on a bulb pen. And then I just found this, but I want to incorporate some green and brown in this as well. And I don't know how many bulb pens is too many to use on a journal. I mean, it's my journal. I can do with whatever I want, but I do want to incorporate some more seed beads some way, somehow. So maybe I'll make dangles off of tags or something. I mean, I've still got to decorate all these pages. So, I mean, you know, I've got a long ways to go. But I was going to show you these also, guys, because I have colored bulb pens. This is before I invested in, these are the Tim Holtz ones. But before I had bought some of his on sale, I bought this package and it's got 100 in there. And this is from AliExpress. And there's all kinds of metals. There's metallic, did I say metals? I meant colors. There's even metallics in here. There's different types of metals, like there's gold, there's the bronze. Anyway, all different colors. I think it's really neat. I don't know if you guys probably know they come in different colors, but I got this really cheap, and this has been a long time ago off of AliExpress. And like I said, it's got 100 in the bag. It's gonna last me forever. But you know, with Halloween coming up, there's orange. And then with Christmas, there's green, there's red, there's blue, there's pink. Anyway, on and on. So I also thought about maybe using like a red ball pen and then putting some green beads on it. So I'll play around with it. I do want to some way, somehow throw suggestions at me in the comments below. I do want to incorporate some green seed beads and maybe even these kind of beads you guys know that are long and skinny. I don't know, maybe they're just called, I guess they're called tube beads, but I have some of these too, and I don't know, maybe that some of them would work. Am I even in frame? Maybe some of them would work in the journal as well. So anyway, I just wanted to show you the bird journal. I know you guys are probably sick and tired of hearing about the bird journal, but there she blows, guys, with the cover and the dangles. So also I wanted to show you, for all my new subscribers, this is, when I talk about my other journal, this is the one that has the postage stamp fabric on top, and then on the inside, you know, which the inside, well, it shows some, but you know, not as much as the outside. On the inside, I had bought some fabric, and it's just, you know, the postage markings. So I just put that on the inside. And on this journal, I decided to do a zigzag stitch all the way around, and then I used pinking shears and cut, which I forgot. I'm still supposed to Fabri-Tac all this together. And I did do this by watching a tutorial by Gail Agostinelli, I believe her name is. She's a fantastic journal maker. And I watched a tutorial, and she did one of her journals the exact same way, with using the pinking shears all the way around, and then Fabri-Tacking the edges together. And then this is something that I was originally going to put in this journal, but I was worried that it was making it too bulky, and in this journal, if I would have put it in, the black lace would have shown. And now I'm glad I didn't. But I think I can use it in this journal because, yeah, the cover is larger, so it will cover it up. But what I did is I just put 2 envelopes together, guys. You know how you put 2 envelopes together. And so on this one, this is a piece of printed vellum paper that I used the scissors that Melody gave me. Hello again, Melody, with Melody Made. And then I inked it heavy because I like how it almost looks like you've burnt, you know, with the flame, the edges of the vellum. I think that's really pretty, and I hope to get better at inking vellum and making it look more realistic. And then this is washi tape here to attach this, yeah. And then on this side of the folder, again, you know, I told you I can't write in a straight line, so behind the vellum flip is lined paper that I can write on. And then on the back of the envelope is the tickets that Craft Eccentricity, hi Sharon, how you doing? We both bought from AliExpress, although I just bought different ones. So I've already used, I think this was the skinniest ones. I had to cover up some different paper, which you can tell I didn't cover it up all the way. I don't know, probably leave it like that. You probably wouldn't even notice if I hadn't said anything. This was a flower that I stamped. I tore around the edges, inked it, and I adhered it here. And then I put lace. I put some black lace that I got from Walmart, and I used Fabri-Tac and attached it to the front. So this is just a little envelope flip that is going to go inside this journal. But I wasn't thinking, and I still have to cover this part of the envelope up. Either that, or I think what I'm going to do is collage on it. Just, you know, do a bunch of collaging and maybe some stamping. So that's how I'm going to cover up this part of the white envelope that I haven't covered up yet. So anyway, I'm going to put that one inside here. So probably what I'll do next, as far as journal wise, is continue to decorate the pages over here, and then I need to get a signature together to sew in this one. So I'm still nervous about it. Anybody got any videos they can recommend to me that's a good video on a tutorial on how to sew in a signature? Look, I've watched one video, and the girl took a piece of graph paper and she folded it this way and folded it that way and that way and made all these dots. I don't want to do that necessarily, guys, but you know, again, I think I'm just going to put one signature in this journal as well, and then I'm going to fatten it up. But if anybody's got a tutorial they can link below, or anybody that is good at sewing signatures in, you know, because part of me is wondering, like, does anybody use this tool to poke the holes in a signature, or does everybody use an awl? Because I didn't do so good, guys, using the awl, and maybe it was because it was my first time, but and then it kind of, you know, I don't like looking at this, you know, how it kind of messed up the paper a little bit. I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions, it's just, I guess it's just mainly this piece of paper here on this side. The beginning of the journal just seems to have gotten really shredded a little bit, but okay, guys, I'm rambling. I am so sorry, but I am curious, does anybody use one of these things instead of an awl to poke the holes? Because I could lay the signatures in here and I could clamp them all in there, and then I could just do everything at one time, you know, all the holes, and then do my sewing. But anyway, if anybody's done it that way, or is like, hey, that is actually a good idea, or is like, no, I've tried that, it doesn't work, please tell me, please share with me. So let me put this back over here. Okay, guys, I just wanted to make this video about the journal. I wanted to share it with you and show you how far I've come, because I've been working on it, you know, off camera. And I'm going to be quiet now. So I am sending you crafty hugs from Texas. I love all you guys. I hope that we're still praying for one another. Please keep my daughter-in-law Lily in your prayers. Oh wait, I haven't even shared that video yet. Okay, just know at this point with this video, because I don't know in what order I'm going to post them, if you already know about Lily, please continue to pray for her. And if I post this video before another one where I go into more detail, just know that I have a daughter-in-law that needs our prayers really, really bad, and her name is Lily, and so I would appreciate that. And I'm going to end the video sending you love, crafty hugs from Texas. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.